So I've had a ton of people ask me, you see, I don't want to get high blood pressure, but I love eating eggs for breakfast. Should I just take out the yolk and just eat the egg white? Actually, just kidding. I still have yet to have anyone ask me any nutrition-related questions. Come on, people, get with the program. Anyway, the reason I bring this topic up is because a while ago, a friend who was trying to make healthy dietary changes in his life sent me a snap on Snapchat. It was a video of him using a Sprite bottle to suck up the egg yolks out of the eggs he was about to eat, with the intention of throwing them away. And the caption for the video was, "We out here eating, fam." Actually, no. You are in fact not eating. You're actually doing the opposite of eating. What you're doing is burning. Burning calories? Neither. You actually have to eat the calories in order to burn them. Let me show you what you are burning. Now let's say that you use 5 eggs in order to make a decent portion of egg whites. Now let's say that carton of eggs costed you, let's say, $4. Now let's take half of those $4 and throw some lighter fluid over it. Now let's get a lighter and set it on fire, because that's essentially the same thing of what you're doing. But I thought the egg yolk was supposed to be bad for you. And where did you hear that? Well, I was talking to this dude who worked at the dietary supplement store, and he's the one who told me that. He also recommended this weight loss pill that's supposed to make me lose 10 pounds of fat in 2 days. Oh, really? Was he a dietitian? He said he was taking an online course to be a nutritionist, but was he a dietitian though? He didn't say, so I guess not. Okay, my point exactly. I'm just kidding. I kid the guy who says he's a nutritionist. But seriously, y'all, be careful of who you get your advice from. Just because someone seems like they know what they're talking about doesn't always mean they actually know what they're talking about. I mean, I know as far as you know, I could be just some random douchebag that's giving nutrition-related advice on YouTube, but at least I learned from the best university in Texas. A completely biased statement, by the way. Eat 'em up, cats. Instead of getting a bunch of information off Google like a lot of other douchebags out there. And while there is credible information on Google, it's often masked by a bunch of crap that is not even in the slightest true. But back to today's topic of discussion. Any nutrition professional would tell you, eat the freaking yolk. Why though? 'Cause it's good for you? Allow me to explain by diving into a little bit of food science. So here we have the egg in all of its beauty. The egg is composed of the egg white, egg yolk, air cell, and eggshell. The egg white holds about 55% of the egg's protein. Do you know where the rest of the 45% is contained? Well, it sure as heck ain't in the air cell. Yup, it's in the yolk. That's right. This poor little piece of food that you've been rejecting all along has only been wanting to supply you with more gains. Gains meaning protein. But what about all the fat it has? What about the fat? Fat's good for you. It's what supports the integrity of your cells, keeps you fuller longer, and in this case, transports your fat-soluble vitamins, which in the case of the egg is only found in the yolk. Actually, 100% of the egg's fat-soluble vitamins are found in the egg yolk. So essentially by throwing out the yolk, you're throwing out tons of micronutrients that your body needs. When comparing the egg white to the egg yolk contains almost all of the calcium, zinc, iron, and thiamine, and contains all of the vitamins A, D, E, and K, and also contains all of the omega-3 fatty acids. Okay, why is that important? Well, I guess it may not be important to everyone, but if you value not coming down with rickets, night blindness, or seeing blood in your poop, then you should probably value your fat-soluble vitamins. This is especially important for you athletes where deficiency of calcium, iron, and vitamin D is seen more often than any other micronutrient. Okay, but what about cholesterol? Aren't eggs high in cholesterol? Yes, that is in fact correct. Eggs do have cholesterol. A total of 187 milligrams per egg. Golly, that's like 67% of your total daily limit. And it is true that high cholesterol is a risk factor for developing heart disease. But check this out. When it comes to eggs in healthy people, there was no correlation between egg consumption and increased cholesterol in all populations, both young and old. Some participants were eating as many as 4 eggs per day and still were not seeing an increase in their cholesterol. Now, I do know that some people need to watch their cholesterol for disease-related purposes. I get that. If you're part of the population that needs to watch your cholesterol, I did read some pretty cool things while researching eggs and cardiovascular disease. What's cool is that even in the population that suffered from obesity, diabetes, or metabolic syndrome, eggs still didn't increase the cholesterol of those individuals as well. But one thing that was shown that can decrease the cholesterol of those people that are at risk for cardiovascular disease is decreasing their carbohydrate intake. Because decreasing your carbohydrate intake is directly correlated with the decrease in triglyceride levels, which high triglyceride levels is a risk factor for developing heart disease. Therefore, by slightly decreasing their carbohydrate intake, they decrease their progression of cardiovascular disease. Isn't that pretty cool? So at the end of the day, what the research says is that egg yolks are not going to make you die of a heart attack. Which is awesome for all of us, because what else are you going to eat for breakfast besides eggs? Just kidding. There's actually tons of things to eat for breakfast besides eggs. I can cover that in a different video. So anyway, I would love to know what you thought about this video. Did you think that you had to avoid eggs before to prevent yourself from dying of a heart attack? Or maybe did someone else tell you to avoid eggs because of their cholesterol level? And if you avoided egg yolks before, after watching this video, are you still going to avoid egg yolks? If so, I would love to know why. So you can drop a comment down below. And on top of that, make sure you like, share, and subscribe, because you would put a huge smile on my face if you did. But that's it for this video, so I will catch you next time. Till then, stay eatin', fam. And by stay eatin', I mean include the yolks in your eggs. See ya.